The Groovalution is very important to me because I think of it as a group evolvement that's happening, a coming of age. And I feel it. I anticipate a lot of great progress. So in that respect, I'm very affected.
The Groovalution has impacted my life in a daily way. Ellie Van is the leader of the Groovalution, and the Groovalution, the official definition, is the overthrow of a social order in favor of a creative life.
Well, the Groovalution has impacted my life by bringing me to a lot of different places around the country and getting to perform and create music with really amazing people, and being part of something that is grasping other ideas and blossoming into a bigger group of people that yes.
You spark a Groovalution by being original, authentic, you know what I mean, true to you. So, that's, to me, that's the way that I'm going to spark the Groovalution, by having people looking at me and seeing somebody that's authentic, somebody that's not trying to copy, but somebody that's trying to trendset, So that's my way of sparking the Groovalution.
I am definitely a part of the Groovalution. Definitely, yes. Terry Santiel is part of the Groovalution.
Well, the Groovalution affected my life in a great way by allowing me the opportunity to just be around a collective of people just really into the groove of music and life.
I like that word, Groovalution. Yeah, because, if music plays, I got to pat my feet if it feels good. So I'm part of that groove if I can feel it.
So, there you go.
Groovalution impacts my life by, it's a different experience from anything I've ever experienced before, where we all come together, 3 times a year or so and just create music and hang out and have fun and eat and dine and everything. It's more like a family reunion 3 times a year. So that's kind of what Groovalution means to me in this particular environment.
I'm most definitely part of a Groovalution, you know what I mean? Because, everything that I'm doing here with Ellie Van, she's the creator of the Groovalution, so I gotta be a part of it. I'm a big part of that and helping keep things moving, helping to keep her spark. So, I'm definitely playing a big part in it.
My favorite song of Ellie Van's, there's so many really, and so many periods that I really enjoyed. From the early Pushing Me period, and then this new period we have chock full of great songs. We just did Wounds with the electric violinist that just knocked me off my feet, and there's other ones that I could just go on and on. We have a great playlist right now, but I love Wounds right now. Wounds.
My favorite Ellie Van songs are 2 that really stick out, and they're a bit older. One is called Heaven You Are In, which has a little section in Spanish, and it's very wonderful. It's a love song that's very beautiful. And then secondly, I really love a sad song of hers that was a tribute to her father when he passed away, and that one is called Never a Day. And that song is just super touching. The first time I heard it, it was just a demo version with no real effects on it. And it was just true. It just really represented the heartache that she was feeling at the time. And she was able to capture it in that moment.
I'm the most creative when the vibe is good, when you're around good people. And, it could be a connection you make with somebody, or it could be a tragedy. It could be something that affects your heart, Usually that's when you're the most creative.
Most creative, man, when it's late at night and I'm in my studio by myself. I do most of my music like after midnight, when it's quiet outside. That's when I get creative, man, because everybody else sleep and I feel like I'm like the vampire producing.
When no one is watching, I practice creativity all day long.
I would say I practice creativity when no one is watching in my private little shed in my home where I keep all my equipment at. And, you know, it gives me a chance to just take time out away from everyone else's music.
I practice creativity by being impromptu, tying things together in an impromptu way. It's almost like saying a joke in a way. You start it off and you look for a punchline. With a song, you look to connect initial idea with a verse. You get qualities of music that are always there, and you put them together like a jigsaw puzzle. And part of that is creative because, you know, you're picking one out of many. So I look at it as almost like telling a story or saying a joke, you know, trying to put diverse things together and be entertaining at the same time.
For me, I just like to explore different ways of creating music in my personal time. So writing music and using, whether it be on a piano or a keyboard or just on the computer or just writing on the drums and creating beats that way. Yeah, for me, that's the way that I express my creative, inner creativeness.
And you know what? I make music by myself. Nobody's never watching. You know, like for instance, the song we did today, Deep in the Day. You know, like on that song, I'm rap singing. I don't rap sing, I don't sing. So when I'm in the studio by myself and I go in my vocal booth, I can do things there by myself that I wouldn't do in front of people. And I can be free to release the energy that I want to release, and I'm not embarrassed, everybody looking at me. It's kind of hard to come to the studio and do that, but I did it. So that's how I feel free when I'm by myself in my studio, me and my machina, doing my thing. It's one of them joints, man. You hook it to the computer, and it's a program in the computer as well. And you turn that on, and if you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing.
So, there you go.